Cena! How's the weather? The weather is wonderful today. It's not too hot. Normally August is hot here in British Columbia, but it's nice and sunny. I'm trying to keep you guys in the shade. I'm actually sitting on a very, very uncomfortable park bench. But I will say, after last week being here, oh, there's a burned out joint here. Um, after last week's event, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, there was nowhere to sit. There was no benches, no nothing. So I was like, oh, that's really not good. So, but now we got a little park bench here. We're warming up with you guys. I think we're gonna go in. I think we're gonna get smacked by DMCA again. I'm not sure. Did we get smacked last time? I can't. I'll have to go check the VOD, and we'll go from there. And yeah, so we'll go from there. And but I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hit up the candy shop. How are you guys? You guys looking for some freeze dried candies? I think freeze dried. Hopefully they have sours this week. I did email them. They didn't respond, but you know how emails are. And we'll go from there. How's that sound? You know, it's funny. I can't reply into chat. Adds in two. All right. Well, you guys will sit here with me for a few minutes then. We'll sit, and because I can't see anything on the back end, we got to get that new bot where it reads to me for the thing, because I cannot see any alerts, anything like that right now. I don't know what streaming tools are for live streams. I don't know, because when you look at other IRLs, you don't see a lot of the back end of it. So you normally just see the chat box. So we'll get that, and then I'll have it just TTS me. The TTS 23, is the TTS on? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the TTS is on. But if the TTS is on, maybe just pin TTS to chat for me. Go down to the bottom of the screen, and there should be a TTS option in the sound alerts, and the TTS should work. It should be free. If it's not free, when we get back to the lab today, I'll dig it up, and I'll make sure it's free. I'll just turn TTS on. That's what Moose uses. All of his chats go through so he can hear what you guys are saying. And then I think we need a bot to mitigate all the links and everything. No. Material science is not a restricted thing to any country or place. Hello, Sean. Also, good morning, Tim. The benefit of being in Asia is it's closer to where a lot of the raw minerals are, which is, as well as like the population, right? Like there are some countries over there with enormous populations. So they are able to have way more factories. But you have to realize, like, North America particularly has been deindustrialized, because they basically wanted to farm all the industrialization out to other countries, and they've done that. So what ends up happening is you end up with centralization of industrialization in countries that'll take it. I've been pushing for years now to get Canada to look at industrialization, because I know, like, people think, oh, working in a factory is not great, or whatever. That's fine. I guess ads are broken. That's cool. Ads were broken last night again, too, so whatever. Yeah, deindustrialization is like a huge problem worldwide. So there are some countries that are really excelling at it, and other countries that were really good at it and aren't good at it anymore. But I would say the proximity to mineral assets that Asia has is what shortens the supply chain, which then lowers the cost of manufacturing. So they're able to make just about anything. Like, we were on AliExpress last night, right? And we were looking at Vivor, and they're like a reproduction. I meant the production of thermoplastics, I think of it as. No, because PLA is corn-based. So PLA being, okay, thank you. PLA being the primary product that people are running right now. Well, it's polylactic acid, which is derived from corn. So it gives you further access to things. But remember, like, the Americans are huge corn manufacturers. They have huge subsidies in corn manufacturing. So when you look at the general manufacturing processes, yes, industrial chemicals, but industrial chemicals can be built anywhere. But when it comes to technology, things like microprocessors, semiconductors, things like that, that's why the Americans are pushing super hard to get to get semiconductors and microprocessors processed locally. And the news that I read is like there's big push right now in the United States to bring that over. There was like a big thing about Apple, but like the largest state that's doing it is Texas. So, and I don't, provincially speaking, I like none of the territories really have much in the way of factories. The prairies used to have a lot of factories back in the day. There's an airsoft event called Claybank, and it takes place at an old brick warehouse. But then the government took access to the brick warehouse away. But like, I've been watching this one guy, I forget his name, but he bought like a house in Serbia or something like that, and he's doing a lot of like brickwork. But you don't see brickwork in North America anymore. Brickwork is normally a facade nowadays. So it's like the face of a building. It's not actually what the building's made out of. And they say, oh, well, because it's too labor intensive. But in general, so it's saying the stream's offline, but that's weird. Is stream offline? It says stream's live. Is my timer going? I wish I could bring this up on another, but everything keeps crashing. Yeah, I'm live. So I don't know. Again, I think the Twitch app for Android's broken. It's being all kinds of weird. But oh, is that Boosted? Hello, Boosted. I need a new hat, man. We got to work something out, you and I, soon. Because like this one's nice, but it's all worn out now. Yeah, I know the app blows. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. But yeah, so like I'll get back here because right now we're on ads. Let you know. Okay, I want that 5. I don't know. You know the one I told you about with the flat one? It's the factories, Tim, and you know we'll go back and you can watch the VOD or whatever. But the shorthand of it is polylactic acid, PLA, which is the most common like printing material currently, which is fully recyclable and industrial compostable. Industrial being the key, because they have to shred it and then they have to do a bunch of stuff with it. But the United States, and I don't know what I'd have to go look at Canada, but corn, like polylactic acid, is derived from corn specifically. So when you have countries that make huge swaths of corn, they can produce polylactic acid as well as cornmeal, corn oil. They can, I think, even nitrogen. They can derive nitrogen from corn. So, do I think specifically Asia has like a grip on film manufacturing? Yes and no. Yes, because they have the factories already set up, but no, I don't think that's a huge thing. Like we saw last night a film and extrusion machine, so it took pellets. We were watching it on AliExpress. It was $2,000 Canadian with free shipping. So like you could literally just pelletize, which there are pelletizing plants here in Vancouver. I know of at least one because I worked at it, but there are pelletizing factories here in North America that could be doing it. They just choose not to. And remember, like Polymaker moved over one of their manufacturing lines to the United States. It's down in Texas. And like I say, Texas is the state that is doing a lot of industrialization. But I do believe Canada, like all of Canada, will follow up, and I do believe you'll see it more and more in other states. The states sort of regulate that. I don't really have a lot of opinion on that because I don't know. But as for Canada, like even now, interprovincial tariffs are a problem. So until they do away with that choice, then how are you going to get into mass manufacturing? But yeah, like PLA, like polylactic acid, is without a doubt the easiest. And now with all the additives, again, chemical engineering is not limited to any one place, right? It's just engineering. It's just chemical science. So do some places have a benefit? Yes. Do some places not have a benefit? Yes. Can they have that benefit? Yes. So it's all relative, I guess. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that makes sense. But it's like it all comes down to what people want. Like here in Canada, for example, they keep pushing programming and tech design, but they don't push like material engineering. They don't push manufacturing. So it's definitely a problem that you'll see, and there's really not much you can do about it because that's all out of our hands. Like us as a base consumer or us as a base individual, there's nothing you can do. You can start a factory, but the last time I looked at putting together a factory here in Vancouver, it was $10 million because the sheer price of property. So you can't even centralize your factory to like a shipping hub. Now up north it might be a little different because what is it, Port Alberni? No, that's here. Port Albert, is it Port Albert? I don't know. Basically, if you can get either freight shipping or you can get sea shipping, then you have a better advantage to all of it, right? So atypically, that's what it is. No, because like British Columbia, like carpentry in Ontario, I define carpentry because like right now people think factory made houses or factory pre-industrialization is like not a valid thing, right? Like they don't want to buy that. So like whose fault is that, right? Because like I know where I grew up there was at least one house builder and they did prefabricated homes, but everyone's of the assumption that prefabricated homes are low quality, and I don't think they are. I think it's relative to budget, of course, but I don't think it's specifically limited. So you're gonna have to go to that, like they're gonna have to go down that route of manufacturing. But like little things like this, for example, like there's no flea market here in Maple Ridge. Where I grew up, in the district I grew up in, there was a flea market. So these live events are important, right? This is a farmer's market, but like it's only half of the park. It could be the whole park, but they choose not to, right? So what are you gonna do, right? Oh, lots of sunlight there. All right, where are we here? We're gonna find that candy place again.
That's good. It's for tomorrow.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
This guy.
Oh, maybe they're not here today. Because I do know there's on a rotation here. Here's hoping though. Oh. Are we gonna get DMCA? So we got sandblasting. We got artisan products. You guys want to take a look at the sandblasting? I'm worried about getting DMCA'd though.
Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. An old wagon leads against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside.
Hello there. I'm live right now. Is it okay if I show your booth? Do you do the sandblasting yourself?
Yes, I do.
What style do you use? Like a CNC sandblaster or
It's all hand done by me.
all hand done, hand function? Very cool.
There's 10 steps to doing the process.
Yep.
You must do all 10 steps, and you have to do them all.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
Yeah. Well, my experience with sandblasting, especially with a finer glass, is the cut through. That's like too much time, or you don't get enough of a pattern if you're not there long enough. But too much of a time, you'll crack the item or cut right through. Right? What mediums are you using?
I'm using aluminum oxide.
Aluminum oxide. Yeah. Okay. Because like one of the renewable ones I've seen is I guess almond shells.
Oh yeah, and that will cut glass.
Almond shell is not hard enough to cut glass. See that? I learned something today. I appreciate you. So yeah, here we're gonna flip it again here. Prefab homes in the States makes a lot of people think trailer. Yeah, that's the other consensus here in Canada, is that a lot of it. Wave and say hi. A lot of the people think it is, but like right now in the market, prefabricated joists, prefabricated wall segments are a good option. They're really good. Yeah. There you go. You guys want to see something classic? This is the old classic Canucks logo. You need more millwright. You need more millwright stuff.
Well, I do special orders,
Do you?
so I do lots of custom stuff.
Can I get
So
your card?
If you ever want any custom stuff, you could just take a picture of that.
I can't currently take a picture. I'm
Yes,
live
of
on the
course.
internet.
Of course you can.
If you don't have a card, that's fine. I'll throw this on the web. But
I think oh, yeah, I do have one.
perfect. I don't have any of my cards on me today, so I feel your pain.
Yeah, fair enough.
Perfect.
So I do lots of custom stuff. You
Okay.
just email me and tell me what you like. And
Do you ship international?
it's expensive.
I
mean, I can do it.
So hold on. She does ship international, but you pay the shipping, guys.
shipping.
She's not going to eat the cost of it.
Nope.
So, do you want to say hi to everybody? You have to introduce yourself, though. No, you don't want to? That's okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't put this up,
Yeah, okay.
right? Because like I'm talking to Europe, I'm talking to the United States. Yeah, I'm talking to the world. Yeah, I'm a local designer and maker, so that's yeah. We're taking a day out to come and say hi to everybody, see what they're working on. You have a great day.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, well, but the thing is, a lot of people want free shipping worldwide, and it's just not a thing. And Canadian shipping is crazy. Just crazy. I think we don't have the candy today. I'm so upset. I came specifically for the candy. I'm so butthurt. I'm so butthurt. Oh, my alerts are coming up. Perfect. Oh, we'll have to come back. It's busy, but they have snacks in a jar. We love that. It's a fair amount of knitting, so needlecraft. So we'll come back and we'll swing through that. Not shipping your postage. Actually, those are over in the UK with her. She took a bunch of them back with her for events. So, yeah. It's definitely a thing. I think maybe it'd be a hot dog time now. All of them? No, I have some, and then when she comes back, she's saying she's definitely coming for December. So I'll definitely do some more in December. And we'll go from there. Well, I keep the ones I have for me in my backpack, but today I forgot them. Well, actually, yes, there's a lot of homes, but there's not as much forestry available because of the access in Ontario. There's not as much access to forestry that's here. Like, there's this interesting thing because the pine beetle, they make pine beetle furniture now. Because the pathing the pine beetle eats through the softwood gives a very unique pattern, and it goes black under stain. So it's yeah. So
Is this the place you wanted to
again, like British Columbia, Yukon, Northern Alberta will give you that wood manufacturing. But yeah, like I would say the population of Ontario is much higher than British Columbia though. The vast majority of British Columbia is in the lower western side, like in Vancouver area, right? Quebec, yes, Quebec. Ontario has lots of aluminum. There's a huge aluminum smelting plant here in British Columbia, built a few years back, and a bunch of people I know worked on it. I forget Alco. I forget the name of it, but they had to build a power plant just for the smelter. So it was pretty wild. And then Ontario is really well known for its copper. If you know.
Thanks for coming again.
Are we doing hot dogs again today? Yeah, that's probably a pulp and paper mill. If it does a lot of wood processing and it smells like sulfur, that's probably a pulp and paper mill. I don't know if the sulfur is an additive or if it's a byproduct of the processing. Ontario also has industrialization and agriculture. Yes, and granted though, Ontario and or Saskatchewan and parts of Manitoba and definitely Alberta, very heavy on agriculture, like super. Because remember, that's why they call them the Golden Prairies, right? They do wheat, they do barley, but yeah, like as for corn, right? Because the Americans, they do a huge subsidization on corn. Like you're talking byproduct, right? Like the other cool thing is that there is, oh, it's clean and sharp. Nice. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, so we got a lot of needlepoint today. So we can go through that. There's a lot of knitting, crocheting. But yeah, it doesn't look like the candy guys are here again. So. I think we're gonna get a hot dog. I think today we're going with the bacon cheese. And then we'll try to eat it without making an entire mess of it. Yeah, always a pleasure, Tim. I love your questions and I love your input. It's always a good thing. Are you in line there?
Sorry?
Are you in line there?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey again, how are you? Oh, I'm doing all right. I'll just put my camera here. Can I please get a bacon cheddar, please? Is it bacon cheese, sorry, bacon cheese. No, I don't think so. I got my enormous monster today. Bad life choices, I'll be honest. Yep, 1 second. Is Devin okay? Cool. So again, we're live this week. We're glad to have you guys here again. I was saying to my community the other day that it blows me away that there's not more food trucks here. Because they're missing out on a good opportunity.
Two jumbos. Help yourself to the fixins there. Appreciate it.
A lot of baked goods today, too. Last time we were here, there was less baked goods.
Cheese.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Help yourself.
Always a pleasure. Okay, you guys got to see this. So again, we're back at the Dog Father. I'm going to show you guys. They were like really nice, easygoing. So the last time we had the bacon jam. Today we're doing bacon and cheese because we're fancy like that. Of course, you always gotta use your hot sauce. Thank you again. So we'll go find somewhere. Let's see if we can find that picnic table again. Oh, it looks like it's still free. Ooh, are we lucky? We might be lucky. I think maybe we'll go around and take a look at all the knitting stuff on our next pass through. Yeah, no benches. Just one. I think we're out of luck there. Although the light has moved, so the sun has moved, so we're a little bit better. Maybe I'll find someone to stand you guys up. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think my favorite growing up was going through flea markets. And now with the whole desktop manufacturing world we live in, I think they could be a little bit more exciting, to be honest. And there's been a real change, I think, culturally to manufacturing. So you can do a lot of your own stuff, which I think is really, really great, personally. Are you guys gonna fall over? You're gonna fall over. Fall over. So, we've got a lovely hot dog to enjoy. Cheese, bacon, hot dog, everything you need. Everything you need and want. And hopefully we don't end up wearing as much of this as we did last time. Yeah, I think there's only one I know of. It's right in the downtown heart of Vancouver. But I don't understand how a small business can thrive in that market. And it's also smaller than the one I grew up with. Whereas the one I grew up with, it was kind of like an H shape. So, I guess a reversed H shape. So you go in through the center and then there's two wings. Because that allowed the vendors to load in from the back end. If that makes any sense. I don't know how to get my alerts to go away. There we go. But I do think this is like super important. One, it's you fostering more community, even people if they can't, right? Because there's another event tonight in the downtown core. They're calling it a block party, but my concern, of course, is going to be music. And I don't know if I'll be burned out after the show or not. are mainstream. But I do think like vendors like this in flea market, like for example, there's very different things today than there was last time we were here. A lot of knitting and cute stuff. I'll show you guys. Well, hello Giggles. How's the Giggles? Hope you're well, sir. We are now here live, IRL, in Maple Ridge, British Columbia at the Maple Ridge Farmers Market. There's a lovely live band. We just got our hot dog. We're having some fun. Oh, I know that eBay and stuff, like, it's such a bad environment. Even here with the, because there's a few charity shops, like secondhand stores. Also, good morning, Wolfman Crab Arms. Yeah, they basically price to eBay values. And I'm like, well, why would I come to your thing? And some flea markets have admissions, some don't. The one I grew up with, I don't think it did. But some have have admission value, have a bunch of other things, and when you mark everything up to an eBay value, of course no one's going to buy it. It's just like they often will, at charity shops, they'll mark up to the eBay. Like Vancouver's very expensive for both Salvation Army, Value Village, and charity shops in general. There's a couple of really good ones, especially because the charity shops here, like, they support hospital events, so they want to clear inventory as quickly as possible because they get a lot of donations. But, oh, Wolfman, yeah, the, speaking of interesting things, so Jupiter Robotics has been coming in and chatting me up like crazy about BattleBots. And I think I want to do beetle weight. Although he was saying that ant weight is also, but I want to do 3D, I want to do a full 3D printed one. Miss Value Village, we used to have one here, but it got shut down and replaced with a car lot. Of course it did. Of course it did. Yeah, deal hunting, like one of the things that I find really hard is I want to get my hands on some uranium glass, or there's a bunch of different radioactive glasses you can get. Yeah, full plastic weight runs ant weight. Okay, so that's ant weights is what we should be looking at. Even so, though, I think the kits were a little, they're almost the same as or a little bit less than the Death Racers. And Death Racers are significantly less expensive to repair. So, does that mean I probably won't build an ant weight? That's not true. But, does it mean I want to build an ant weight right now? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Like, I don't mind paying for those things. I just don't have a budget for it. It's like I can self-source the entire Death Racer line, right? Everything you need for Death Racers, I can self-source it. But one, I'd like to support Sam Prentice, and two, I just don't want to dig around in a million websites and be unsure. Whereas, like, at least if it's a kit, I can complain if it's no good, right? I have two. Yeah, I want to do a flipper. I do want to do a beater bar, but I can't drive around my parking lot and throw things around with a beater bar, right? But yeah, I'd like to do a 3D printed one. Because I think that's more my speed. Remember, I can mill aluminum. It's not a big deal. Might be slow, but I can make it. Yeah, I still need a kit though. And then I need someone to say, get this. Because I was saying to Jupiter, I get overwhelmed with all the shorthand. Well, yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, if you do get a bad one from China, they will send you a replacement. Like one of the things we used to do, if we didn't, for the factories I worked in, if we didn't source the motors locally, yep, outside today. I'm only here for another 45 or so, something like that. But we would order like 10 motors, expecting 8 to be good. Now, the QC's gotten a lot better, but we'd order 10, and if 2 were bad, we'd basically get to keep them, and they would send us new ones. So, that's my experience. Like with overseas manufacturing, it's someone came in, Tim came in this morning, was asking about manufacturing. Problem is, North America, even with all the automation, nobody wants to work in a factory. So you know what I'm talking about. Because am I going to battle bot my machine? Probably not. Am I going to drive around my parking lot and throw stuff around? Absolutely. And remember, like I was explaining to Jupiter, it's like, if I build something, I'm mostly just building it for the show. I learned to use a mill to make tooling plates to for holding circuit boards, as we order them from China, and they would be wrong. Yeah, there's definitely, like, because it's hit or miss. Like, it's definitely gotten better. Like, it's definitely gotten better, especially with the larger manufacturers. But you do, and then remember, you got a 6-week turnaround. So that's like just over a month, right? 5 weeks in a month or so, 4 to 5 weeks in a month. So you run into the opportunity that if you need something like right now, you're out of luck. And now with the SnapMaker, because it is set up for desktop milling for circuit boards, like that's definitely one of the things it's meant to do, you can make your own boards. But again, like, that's, I keep thinking that's why we need a storefront. Because then, you know, anything I go through, anything I'm working on, I can always sell through the storefront, right? Also, the kit you're looking at, the Viper kit, uses expensive drive controllers. They are like $30 US. Oops, hold on. Each, and you need one for each wheel, and you need more than that. Don't worry, there is less expensive versions. Like, you don't have to get the Artisan. It's just the big one. I did join. By the way, Bob, I would recommend you join their Discord. It's still in board making. There's like $15 controls that run both wheels at the same time. So what's the difference? It's on your list. Yeah, join the Discord. I do like the Snap 2 256. It's more than enough for most people. You as a designer and maker may want to go down the larger route in the future. But I do think that a 50-watt mill, a 40-watt laser, and a single extruder head to start is more than enough. I need the larger one for what I need. Yeah. Well, you can always commission it out to me, right? I can make it and send it down to you. Like that is definitely something I can do to help. But like a 400 mil build plates, that's a big one. That's a big one. I keep telling everyone, like, you don't understand how 40 centimeters cubed is, how big that actually is, but alright, what do we got here? Fingertech was probably the first player in the bot kit. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, but Bob, I can send those down to you. And my turnaround, I can make my turnaround probably... Because again, the mill is a little on the slow side, but that's only because their stats they make their stats a little lower than they need to be. Fingertech was probably the first player in the bot game with Antweight Electronics sellers, so they have experience. They have a lot of expensive stuff that was really good and new 7 years ago. Oh, okay. A lot of advancements in small electronics and sports-specific stuff has happened since then. Yeah, and that's why I keep talking to you about it, because again, you were the one that came to me and you're like, Maker, make a bot. But I didn't know I could do a 3D printed one, like a straight up 3D printed one. So that kind of opens the doors on a few things. So doing a full 3D printed bot, less electronics, although you might be able to get away with some of it, and you might be able to build your own circuit boards. You might be able to mitigate some of that. But again, like one of the things that I've said is like doing custom boards for stuff. I don't mind doing like design one and either order through PCBWay or there's a bunch of other ones. PCBWay just comes to mind, but I'm pretty sure I can even get Big Tree Tech to do boards for me. But ordering, like building a board, testing it, and going from there. No TPU. Okay, so they have a TPU flipper on theirs. So maybe the rules vary. Yeah, I understand no nylon. And I understand no ABS or ASA, which I get, right? Because like the whole point is power, so you don't need to blow everything to pieces. I have noticed though that after watching quite a bit of videos, because I kind of got down that road, going down those videos, you really aren't bashing too much. So I'm not really sure. I guess braking motors is the main thing you're doing, but I've noticed that the machines are very robust. So like mostly you're taking wheels off and things like that, or you might get a machine failure. But like after talking to Jupiter, they're like, oh, you need basically like 4 sets of everything, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. No TPU, no nylon, no ASA, yeah. Printer droids making other. Why you gotta be like that? The whole class is designed to be cheaper and less competitive ways to get it. Yeah, and that's where I would be at. But again, like I'm happy to build a flipper. Like I do want a beater bar. I think the beater bars are really cool. But I am very happy to build a flipper to just show you guys and play with it. And then either rebuild a beater bar style or whatever, right? Like, because the goal with all this stuff is to show ease of use, which is what I like, right? Especially with 3D printed bodies, because you get into like there's definitely some cool PLAs I know out there, and remember, like nobody knows about Polymax for some reason, but yeah. So holy smoke! Look at all the links today. In the fight I had, I tore to pieces. I only actually lost one weapon motor, and even the shaft was bent. Once I have another motor that loses magnets, so it's not like it really, as cool as it looks when it's all doing what it's doing, it really doesn't break much, which surprised me. The one thing I want to do is like, because they're always like, oh, do a PLA shell. I'm like, what about a TPU shell with Polymax coring, right? Or a PET G shell, like a Polymax PET G shell with Polymax coring or lightweight PLA, right? Get your weight down. There is talk. When I was watching Jupiter, one of the designers was talking about maybe they're doing flamethrowers. We can't do flamethrowers in Canada, right? That's like it's a prohibited device here. So I'm not even sure I could do a torch, which like a jet torch. I'm not even sure I could do that because I don't know what the classes are like. But yeah, the reason why they don't like flamethrowers, which they explained, was because everyone sets you got to be careful not to set the box on fire. And remember, the panels are made out of polycarbonate, polycarbonate's a brand. Polycarbonate's the thing? I forget. But anyway, they're worried you're going to burn the box, right? You score up a panel on the box, be no good. No, a TPU shell with Polymax gets you into something. Yeah, right? Because like the TPU will take a remarkable sum of energy. Like it's remarkable how much energy. Most events are, what event is that? Polycarbonate is the material, Lexan is the brand. Thank you very much. Most events, just some of the nerds going into debt and come up with like 3K they need. Yeah, see, I don't want to do that. My goal, Wolfman Crab Arms, is to get people out and enjoying it. And yes, flippers are kind of boring. Having a spinning tool is really cool. They call them weapons, but it's just a tool. But having that to drive around and show you guys and put a GoPro on or whatever, yeah, that I would definitely do that. Oh, you used to work at the Lexan plant? Yeah, Lexan was the principal in bulletproof glass for a long time. Yeah, I don't know. We could probably get one sponsored or whatever. I'm not sure. Again, like, a lot of these things sort of take more planning than I'm used to because I just fly by the seat of my pants 90% of the time. But yeah, like, that would be kind of like, because why not, right? Just like, and that's the reason why I like Death Racers, because you don't, other than needing barricades for an edge, you don't really need much. That's why I knew that Lexan was the big product here. Yeah. Yeah. Like, Lexan is the name brand of stuff, right? Like, and we've talked about that before. Sorry about that, everybody. About my polycarbonate, there was a bunch of Chinese companies that right before COVID calling acrylic polycarbonate, so I bought Lexan brand. Yeah, Lexan brand is the name brand that everyone knows, but polycarbonate is the material itself. Oh, I didn't know Lexan was American made either. So that's cool. Like I said, I like North American stuff, right? Well, because when you're a name brand of something, you get the better material composition because you're the first one to manufacture it, right? So you get that. They do often say that, like, secondary manufacturing, like particularly with pharmaceuticals, sometimes they can really hit on good stuff. But typically, yeah, you basically want the manufacturer, the first manufacturer or something. Hang around or whatever, I guess, so if you already have them? Yeah. $4? That's not half. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, you basically need 2 complete arenas to do it, which ends up being like a big to-do, right? Not only that, but like moving it around and shipping it around, doing all that other stuff, right? But like a Death Racer event here would be cool. Doing a BattleBot arena here. Right, because like, you're just trying to get people to come by, right? It doesn't really matter, it's an open air market. So, and I think that's like a big deal. I think we're gonna smoke with DMCA again. All right, let's take a look at all these knitters.
I think I'll stay there till I die. Is it true that I've lost you? Am I not the only one after all this pain and sorrow? Darling, think of what you've done.
Excuse me, miss. I'm live. Can I show off your booth? I'm live on the internet. Is that okay if I show off your booth? Yeah, you cool with that? Okay. So yeah, I was saying a bunch of different textiles. What's your name, miss? What's your store name? Cats and More. Oh, Hats and More. Ooh, Hats and More, fancy. I think that was 1/8. Yeah, 1/4 inch, right? For sure. I like it. It's a little bit of mix of everything because you got some tote bags, got some jewelry. You have dog hats. That's right, dog hats. Fashion scarves. Fancy schmancy. Thank you. Wore earplugs too long, now my ears don't fit. So we're gonna check out. There's this cool one. I found it on the way through on our first walkthrough. It's like I think it's called Jars by Jody. It's mason jar cookies and dessert mixes, which I think is kind of cool. It's like a meal in a jar, but not. So it's like, but no, it's like events like this. You could have tech streams. You could have a lot of things. It's just either they don't know like what to do, or they just don't care. But it's like getting that diversity of manufacturing and things like, you know. And also, I don't know what the back end is on this. It takes a lot of work to set stuff up. It does, like that for sure. But again, like a city council has more power than you or I will ever have. So that's where you run into that, right? So the problem that you run into is that, like, if they don't know, they can't do it. But yeah, like having a couple death racers, for example, right? Because they're non-destructive, you could, and you don't need a cage for it. It creates a cheaper budget, right? But like having an event like this, like say this is 40 stalls, I think I counted. You could easily double that. It's not a big deal.
Oh yeah, we got time.
Back in 2 minutes. Okay, I don't want to do this booth without somebody here. So I'm just waiting on these cookies. Because we all love cookies. But yeah, the more, like I said, the community is the key to a lot of this stuff. And just drawing people in. Hello there. I'm live on Twitch right now. Do you mind if I show your booth? I thought it was really cool. Online, and I've thought about doing meals in a jar for canning, but I thought this was like really clever. I walked by you earlier. I've walked by you 3 times now, and you just have people here. I don't want to bother nobody. Do you want to say anything to any people on the internet?
I can tell you about the product.
All right, you guys ready for this? We got a maker here. She's clever, she's smart, and she's making snacks. Who doesn't like that? So go ahead. Your name is?
My name is Jody, and these products are for making cookies. So it's all the dry ingredients for baking cookies. You pour the mix into a bowl, add egg, butter, vanilla, according to the directions. Mix it all up, and in 10 minutes you have fresh baked cookies.
So what inspired you to do this?
They started off as Christmas gifts for family members, and it was just something I found on Google, was mason jar cookie mixes. So I made one recipe, family loved it, and then they started recommending that I do markets with them. And since then I've created a whole bunch of my own recipes and have been in business for almost 10 years now.
So chat says, that's freaking cool. And you're a true maker at heart, and that makes me really, really happy.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, lots of love. You have a great day.
You too.
And that's how it all starts, right? Is you kind of start with that root and go from there. Oh, really? Yeah. They they want something for nothing. Hello there. Do you mind if I show your stuff on the internet? Yeah. Thank you.
I'll see her face no more. Just let me order came to church for a moment then for strength.
We have a break in 10 minutes or so, maybe a little less. We've been having trouble with the stream, these IRLs. You should try making some when Beans comes and make a small batch. Making cookies, like, for me, is really easy. But I do like that, because that's a good thing for kids or people who don't know how to cook. Because she's got her instructions and everything right on the jar. And again, it's reuse of mason jars, and you guys know I love mason jars. Huge fan. But no, the thing for Beans, the secret to Beans is hard, I'll tell you right now. And I think it's most women. Get yourself a triple cheese or double cheese pizza, a cheap one, put it in the oven, bake it up, and be proud. The first disconnect was the only time it's bad today. Okay, cool. So there's a couple of food things by the incredible hot dog vendor. We'll see here. We'll see if we'll talk to the bakers who are doing donuts. These donuts look really good. Oh, we're running out of juice too, so we'll have to cut the stream short. Hi there. Can I'm on the internet right now. Do you mind if I show your booth?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I love the idea of handmade donuts.
My banner's just out there.
Your banner? Okay, I'll grab your banner first.
No sucralose, no aspartame, no sugar alcohol.
So she's like my dishwasher and thinks the only thing that is. Yes, it's actually a war crime and it's offensive because it's not even like Italian style. It's just cheap pizza. But hey, if it makes her happy, that's all that matters to me. So this is the donut vendor. And we're gonna just go take a look at her booth. Although it got crowded here, and I think we're gonna lose power before they'd even get a chance. I did forget to fully charge my phone again today. So here in Maple Ridge, there is during the summer they have an open air market, and it's really good. I posted onto Reddit. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Reddit, but I posted onto Reddit, and I said, "Oh, come down, meet me. I got some toys for everybody. Come say hi, and I'll give you something." Yes, you should. If you can stream your booths, I recommend him. Woodcraft by Owen. He's had really good results with it. I don't know if it sells more, but this is the first RO stream I've caught. Glad to see. It's hard. It's really good. Nobody's touching me, which is always a plus because I really don't like being bumped in crowds and stuff. But no, it's definitely, the last one we were at was like a dog event. So there's lots of dogs here. They're really well behaved. Lots of little kids, which I love seeing, right? Because you never see kids anymore. Ads in 5. I don't know if we're gonna have enough juice for that. Hold on. Oh no, we're all right. I don't know. It gave me a warning for power. I don't know. Oh, it's maybe my headphones. Maybe my headphones are dying. Ads in 5. Okay, thank you. Yeah, there's a company called Panago here in Vancouver. I think it's across Canada, but it's like a pizza company, and it's like fast food pizza. And for real, what's my word here? Beans just loves their pizza, but she orders like cheese sticks. For real, like just straight up cheese sticks, and I just like, okay, you do what makes you happy. But no, it's like this time way more. There was a lot of knitting here this time, and there's that one style of knitting, decorative knitting. I forget the name. It has a weird name. And then there was a bunch of like. We'll come back to it. Well, no, we're all right here. 2 more people in front of us. But there's a couple like cutesy wootsy ones, and a lot of it is like trinkets and tokens. So that's kind of like one of the more interesting. And like I say, I feel like this is a big community growth thing, because Maple Ridge the last 10 years has really tanked out, but this is much better. It's nice to see live music. It's they have stand-up bass, all that kind of stuff, so it kind of definitely grows the community. Right, we'll be back. We're getting a little bit of a line here. The one thing I do think, though, is if you've got sweets out in the sun, they're gonna melt. And I'm so disappointed that the freeze-dried candy. Yeah, like even if you go like traditional Italian pizza, will have multiple toppings other than just cheese. Now, does it need to be? Because there's another style of pizza in Canada from the prairies, and it's it's like two pizzas. It's almost like a pizza pie. Like when you guys, I think there's somewhere in the States that does it too, but it's basically two pizzas stacked on top of each other, filled to the brim with everything you can imagine. Right? So it's pretty wild. I've never had it because I don't spend a lot. Chicago pizza? I don't know, because when we were in Chicago, it was pretty tame, and I was so moody because I had to sit on hardwood, and I just had nothing to my legs, and it was brutal. So it was alright. Like, would I go back again? I'd probably try a different Chicago thing, but that's the one the community was all talking about. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to try that true Chicago deep dish. Like, I want that monstrosity of a pizza. That's what I'm looking for. That was the recommendation. That's where we went, and I was like, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's a stuffed pizza or what, but it's always worth trying. And then I went to my hometown pizzeria, and I couldn't eat it. It was just so brutal. It was like they hadn't prepared the dough. It was all pre-made, and I was just like, why would I come to a restaurant to make something I can make myself, right? The best Chicago pizza you ever had was in Kentucky. Yeah. Wow, all the booths we want to go check out are busy.
They're like
yeah, you guys can enjoy the public music. I'm interested in Kentucky, the Carolinas, Louisiana, Florida, Texas. Yeah, there's a bunch of like really cool states and that are very unique. And I guess like the East Coast is pretty unique as well. Yeah, so like the pizza here that's like the best in my opinion, but it's pricey, is like a deep dish. It's not quite the one that I've described from the prairies, and it's definitely not the Chicago one I've seen described, but it's very much similar to that. Yeah. Like I said, I don't sleep on any of the states because I find each state's kind of unique, right? And I find that really interesting. I said before, like as I travel, the more I travel, the less I'm interested in big cities. Big cities just don't do it for me. They're all the same. Like no matter how much you try, no matter what you do, every big city you go to is the same. Yeah. I'm not a huge crust guy. And I think that's like why they've kind of learned like, oh, we have to do something to spice up the crust. Let's add cheese to it. Let's dress it up. But you know, a little bit of crust, so like it looks like a pie. But short of that, I'm not a huge fan of it. But yeah, I want to try the Chicago deep dish. Don't even get me started on barbecue. Don't start that business. Because like, there's so many different types of barbecue in the States. It's just like they bring it up here and copy it. And it's not the same, right? But they come up here and copy the different types of pizza that there is. There's different types of barbecue. So it's like a lot of those things are basically from somewhere else. So that's why I think when we go to Alberta or I guess Saskatchewan is where you get it mostly. Oh, feels bad, man. I hate it when businesses who have been successful for a long time nowadays just get crushed. Yeah, that feels bad, bro. It feels bad, man. I will point out, though, just as a side note for the event, I invited a bunch of people to come down to meet me, and not a single person has showed up. Man, makers and artists are hard to find time with, let me tell you. No, I'm not. Thin crust, I'm a hard pass on thin crust. Just like gluten-free, animal cruelty-free, vegan, I'm a hard pass on all that. Give me all that stuff. Give me the delicious. She's working hard. I'm back again. How are you doing? Yeah, I see that. I like to see that. That's cool. Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, it's totally up to you. Yeah, it's over here. They said that they raised their prices to 22 because of inflation. Hold on. A lot of backlash, and they raised prices since the suppliers. Yeah, because the supply chain's damaged. And all the comments, I'll pay more. Yeah, well, you would have paid more, right? Happens to everybody. Oh, I wanted that. And then it's like companies, the one thing with companies, just like with streaming, you can't tell anyone stuff's going wrong. You can't be like, oh, you know, I need more support, or else I can't do it, because then people don't support. So it's like, what do, right? And then if you do raise prices, or you do cause things that require more interaction from the community, then people are like, oh, why can't it be the way it was before? And the reason why it can't be it was what it was. There's an oxymoron. I heard no one needs a mouthful of dough. That's right. But that's where it's at, right? It's like, and that's the thing. What do they say? Most small businesses die within the first 5 years, and the reason why is because you build a strong fan base, but then it either doesn't grow, or your initial prices weren't profitable enough, so you have to raise your prices, and nobody likes that. But then, you know, the usual is you can't do anything about, you know, rental rates, you can't do anything about landowners, stuff like that. So everything goes up, but it's hard to succeed if you don't, right? So it's like, that's one of the things, like, you guys are always like, oh, Maker, get a shop, Maker, open an online store. The reason why I don't is because it's a lot of work with little result. And I'm not a big fan of that. I like big results for a little bit of work. And everyone says, oh, that's not a fair expectation. But it's the truth. It's like, I know a bunch of farms here in the Lower Mainland have gone bankrupt. A farm, it sells food. And it's gone because people either they want something from a store, or they want whatever, right? See, every booth we go near, it just gets popped. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, what do we got here? Man, could you break up your text blocks? They're hard to reach, man. All right, let me catch up here. Get in the shade. Cooking. What do we got here? All right. One of the things that sucks is they had a pay it forward wall where you can donate $20 to pay for a meal and then be able to get a ticket and go on the wall. Obviously intended for people on hard times or in trouble. Yep. basically, people who can pay for it will take a free lunch, and people who can't pay for it will take a free lunch. So it's like kicking the pants. There's really nothing to do about it because everybody's looking for something for free, and there's really not a lot. It's like human nature, they say. I own a business. I'm showing and I found a lot of work at little pay. I own a business showing yeah, exactly, Bob. And not only that, but it's like scammers. Scammers are a big thing these days. Yeah, the prices at Etsy. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Etsy. Again, like one of the things is like, for example, we always have to include a price when we do crowdfunding here on the channel for anything. I've got to raise the price like 4% or is it 8 or 10%, something like that, because what happens is the payment processors. So someone like GoFundMe will take 4%, and then PayPal will take another 4%, and then my bank takes another 4%, because conversion rates and this and the other. It's really hard to make money if you're not handling money. And having to explain, what do we got here? Oh, hello, Owen. Nice trick for a business cash flow as well, getting paid maybe days in advance serving a meal. Yeah, right? I hate having to explain to people that with my prints, it's yeah, $18, $1 worth of plastic. Printing and selling on Etsy is like $3 in my pocket. Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we? Yeah, I keep telling everybody, but like nobody listens because they think, oh, it should just be easy, right? Well, one, I'm not an injection molder. I'm not a blow molder. Everything I do comes with a price for operations of hours because one, the electricity, two, material. Because I don't charge material, I take that out of my profit. Phone scams. Phone scams take us out of business. Can't afford to pay someone just to answer calls. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and then calls Google to keep you addressing. It's better than gift cards. Yeah, gift cards. Well, and remember here in Canada, gift cards used to depreciate. They changed the law, but gift cards used to depreciate in Canada. I couldn't believe that. It was such a robbery. Like, oh, spend it within the 6 months or it's gone. And that's everything from the Bay to Sears to what is it? What is that video game store? But anyway. Okay, that's a business thing. I don't really understand. Yeah, it's always a mix. Like again, wow, it's busy again. All right, let's see if we can go find that one. Let's see if we can go around. We'll go around this time. That way we're not going through huge crowds. But yeah, like that's why every time you guys are like, oh, you should have a storefront, and you should have a digital store. One, I don't really sell a lot of things. Like I offered giveaways 2 times now, and nobody's shown up for them. No interest, and that's like in our local city Reddit. So here in Maple Ridge, the Reddit, I put it up. So I am tempted to. Thank you. I was just saying that, I tried to schedule meetups. This is twice now I tried to schedule meetups. And I say what time I'm going to be here. And you're in beans mode, you're muted. Yeah. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I try to be supportive, I try to grow things, but it is what it is. I even put this stuff on YouTube. I don't have to. Right? But the fact that, like, the city council, yeah, Beans watches my mute all the time. The fact that the city council isn't here setting up their own YouTube channel for this event makes me kind of wonder. Hi there. Can I show your booth? I'm live on Twitch. Is that all right? Yeah? Your stuff is really good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I saw you were away earlier and I couldn't show it without you. I was like, I just couldn't do it. I was like, you had to be here. I had to ask. Your stuff's so good.
Yeah, it's me and my husband who do that. Yeah.
You and your husband? Ooh, nice family. Like really cute stuff. Bunnies. Look at the bunnies. Thank you. You didn't have to run away. You could have been on camera. Do you want to say hi to everybody? No? That's okay. It's okay. I understand. Have a great day. Okay, so we have what? One more to go? Well, I don't know. This donut shop, this lady with the donut shop, because she's got both savory and sweet donuts. I think she's doing pretty good. She's like, come back when my booth is full again. I was like, okay, sure, why not? Yeah, left before Owen could buy anything. Well, the thing is, like, international shipping from Canada is crazy. Like, ridiculous. I love crows. How fast can I run? Not very fast, to be honest. Ask her for a box of Timbits? I'm not doing that. Come on now. When you see these, you guys will be blown away. Because I like that she did savory as well. And you'll see, because I'm really, like, I walked by this earlier when we got our hot dog. And, yeah. Super slow in the market today. Well, remember, I'm expecting pictures, CGS. I'm expecting photos. Was dead for you too, Owen? That sucks. It's busy here. And again, it's nice to see families. Yeah, I think that's probably a lot of it too. Although I don't know why people would take August for summer holidays, but I guess I don't have kids, so it's not my thing. I take early September because of the weather here. The weather here is so wild. Like in September, it's as hot as July, which is weird because the days are even shorter. But yeah, I was telling my physiotherapist the other day because I get up really early, like between 4 and 5 a.m. most days, and the sun isn't even up anymore. I'm like, lazy sun. August, those ones. Yeah, school holidays are late July, start of September, so August is peak. Yeah. Well, that's why Beans isn't here right now, because traveling international right now, the price is doubled. It's doubled the price. Yeah, I like it, you guys. I like it when you guys succeed. I think we might be out of luck here. Can't keep my arms up, my shoulders are too sore. You guys are getting lots of nose view today. Nice. So you said it's slow, but you'll still be doing good today? I want to hear that. That's what I want to hear. That's why I never do one of these markets, because I'm just like, the nose. Yeah, but I hate that view personally. But it's like the sun is like right at the wrong angle. You're all going in for purple Twitch today, maybe? No, just purple's my color. Purple was my color before I realized other companies like purple. Purple and gold, color of kings, my friend. Color of kings. But yeah, we're doing all right. Got the purple jeans on. Got the purple vest on. Oh, nice. Yeah, it seems very much. Ooh, well, there is another live event here in town. There's a block party, starts at 4 p.m. and goes till 10. And we're on live from the lab from noon till 4. and these IRL streams don't go particularly popular with people. We get 20 views, whereas we get like 50 views on a normal stream on YouTube. And on Twitch, I think these do like maybe 20, and we're normally 150, so they're not the best for my analytics, I'll be honest. It's amazing how many schools are buying mascot keychains. See, that's good. That's a good fundraiser too, because then they get their budget together, put it together for fundraisers like bake sales and stuff. But nowadays, bake sales that are kind of like me, because everybody's allergic to so many different things. People have gluten allergies, egg allergy, nut allergies, peanut allergy, because peanut's not actually a nut. Pina Colada Festival next weekend. They get a town with tents, temporary alcohol. Ooh. Yeah, some boozy floozy would be nice around here. Like a beer or something. But I guess it's too early. Yeah, I think so too, Bob. Like I said, you are way more famous than you think. Oh, that's cool. Again, yeah, and there's like... I do really want to come to England, because there's a lot of really wild things that go on in England with you guys. It's really interesting. I'll be honest, like, the more I look at it... Oh, that's cool. We never decorated desks when I was a kid. School was like work when I was a kid. That's like what it was. Whereas like school now definitely seems to be more of an experience for children than work. And remember, like, if you weren't the best in class, you were not treated very well, right? Is that what the Cardinals are from? Is that what you sent me? I don't think I have any red. I do have that Mars red, if you're familiar with that Mars red, but it's kind of orange. Cardinals are like a nice cherry red. They're such a cool bird. Remember, though, they're trying to get less drinking here in Canada.
Yeah, I thought about it.
So, it's definitely one of those things. The sun is so bright. I'm getting impatient. Yeah, that's the way it should be. That's like one of the elements that I thought of, like, for Maker Camp, right? Was like basically part of the reason why I want to charge admission to Maker Camp is so that I can set money aside so people can come to Maker Camp who wouldn't normally be able to make it. Yeah, that's cool. You gonna do tiny trophies as well for whatever events are going on? This lady is doing so well. I'm so happy for her. But damn, it's hard to get close to her booth. And she's right in the sun, which is brutal. Because that sun it's sharp. I can feel it, for sure. And I can't barely see today, even with my good sunglasses on. I'll never forget about that trophy. Yeah, I'll never forget about that trophy. Smarty pants. I am really tempted by one of these savory treats like she has sitting around there. Just look at it and I'm just like, But every time I get close to it, it's just like every other booth I get close to with my camera, they start crowding me. So it's a good sign. But why there's no local YouTube channel for all this? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I just work here. Yeah, there's no 3D printing this week. There's one woodworking, and there's slabs. So they're just like cut pieces of tree with live edge. And there was quite a few textiles and knitting. And there's been, so that one booth I showed you with the with the really cute bunny. That one is Japanese inspired or Japanese style. There's also a Japanese like baking goods. Maybe we'll take a look at that. We'll get close. Oh, that light is bright. You should be drive by and show Owen the bears you cannot have when you can. Like, you mean real bears? Or you mean like stuffed animals? Because we walk by there and he can watch the VOD. The VOD will be a thing, and I think we'll be throwing it on YouTube as well. Uh-oh, we're gonna get DMCA'd for sure. That's Shania Twong. There's the beef. Beef, lamb, jellies. Eggs for sure. Listen. We can definitely set something up. We can set something up, Owen. Send me a DM, we'll set it up. I'll make sure I'll get it for you next time. Hello there.
Hello.
I'm live on Twitch. Would it be okay if I showed off your booth? I just thought your stuff was really cool.
Thank you.
Did you want to say hi?
Not really.
No, that's okay. That's why I always ask people ahead of time, because you can say no, you can do your own thing, right? So it's like, and I want you to succeed, right? So it's like, yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very traditional Japanese.
I'll be honest with you, I've been falling a little bit in love with Japan. I don't know what it is. Just recently, there's just something special about Japan, nowhere else.
Not been there yet?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
A lot of the travel guides and stuff, and the food and the adventure. Do you have debit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Can I get one of these? All right, everybody, I'm gonna have to put you on. I'm gonna hold you here. I'll put you down for a minute.
We have a cup here.
Perfect.
Is everything?
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you. 425, please.
You're just so friendly. I really appreciate you.
I do it, but this is not my actual job. I mean, this.
Yeah, no, I
It's
understand.
good,
Yeah.
Right? So I just enjoy.
Good.
Especially in the farmers market, everyone's friendly. Thank you.
No,
Hope
thank you.
Enjoy it. When you go to Japan, you will see those ones anywhere. Like
Really?
even convenience store, like 7-Eleven in Japan, they have it.
Really? Good to hear. Thank you very much. Have a safe day and lots of love.
Thank you.
So I have a Japanese snack for live stream there. Ooh. She's saying you can get them at convenience stores, you can get them everywhere. They're very common. So that's always a plus, right? Well, watch out for them DMCA strikes. It's true, I would be huge in Japan. Doesn't hurt that, I'm 6'2" and about 220, right? Alright, I think we're out of luck on this donut vendor. I don't know. We'll try it again. She's so busy. It's so good to see. Yeah, they did. They totally wrote a song. I haven't been there yet, but they wrote a song just for me. And sung by some German dudes. Hello, Crazy Girl. Cruising Girl, I really need that bot to read me chat. Every time I end up missing chat. Or waiting, just I'm staying out of the sun, you know, because I'm getting cooked. But I'm so glad they're doing well, because it does look like every stall's been really busy today. Ups and downs. Do I have Stream Buddy on my phone? Not yet. That's the one? That's okay. 23, don't worry about it. TTS is turned on. So it's like, it's not like a big deal. And I think TTS comes through on the mobile app. It won't now because my headset's died, my earplugs died, but yeah, I'm on stream. I think I'm just Twitch mobile. I'm using Twitch the actual Twitch app, and it told me for like the first 40 minutes I was on the show that we were offline. But we're getting to that mark where I'm gonna have to shut the stream down no matter what, because I gotta head back to the lab, and it takes me time to get to the lab. And then before the show, I might stop in and go see 3DHP today, because Jerry should be on. He starts at noon. I don't know what time it is right now. I can't see nothing. But yeah, come up to the lab, see what's on this lab. And then yeah, I'll be showing off my new design. But I will say again, I did reach out to the community. I told people come down to the event, meet me, say hi. Posted my links. Again, no luck. So yeah, getting an arrangement with other makers it's like getting kicked in the crotch. So it is noon? Okay. So yeah, we'll be shutting down soon. I do really want to get in here. I want to get her opinion on a few things, just because I like the idea that she has savory donuts. And I should have got her earlier, but she just keeps getting busier and busier, which I like to see. That's awesome. But like I'm running out of time because I still have to get back to the lab and set up some stuff. And yeah, I will say it does surprise me there's no Wobbly Pops, but I guess the show starts at 9 a.m. and finishes at 2, and then there's another bacon donut. I had a bacon hot dog already, although I could go for a bacon donut. Could go for another bacon, because we go to there's this one food cart called the Dogfather. I showed it off earlier. You guys watched it on the vlog. Really friendly, really easygoing. Last time we were here, we got the bacon jam hot dog, and this time we got the bacon cheese hot dog. Maybe we'll have to go and get them all at one point. Just try them all. I don't know how much longer this will be going. Probably a couple more weeks. I'll have to go look at see the schedule. And I actually wouldn't have originally come here, but the one thing I wanted to see was if there is 3D printers. There's no 3D print. There's no 3D print thing right now. There's not a single one throughout any of it. So again, that's. About 40, I believe. Looks about 40. I didn't count, but it should be about 40. A lot of food vendors this time. A lot of food and a lot of knitting. Well, textiles in general. And I don't know. I could go look at the prices or whatever. I don't know what it is. I don't want a booth, right? Especially, what am I going to do? I don't sell nothing. Alright, cool. We finally, I can come out of the shadows and see what these ladies got going on. You guys, I'm really stoked about this. I might have to get something. I'm worried about going over budget this week. Not with attitude. I just don't sell stuff. It's just not what I do. Well, hello again.
Hello.
You are doing so well. That's so, like, I was saying to everybody, I was like, every time I come to a stall, people crowd, but I'll stand somewhere else and look at you, and you're just flying. Just flying.
I'm glad because I was a little worried being on this side.
Yeah, because the sun, right?
Yeah, the sun, and also like it's not. Sometimes people don't venture out of the main there, so a little slower over there.
Can I show your booth off?
Yeah, for sure.
So
I still feel like it's incomplete, but
go ahead, do your thing, and you can load up as we go.
every time I do that, they're just like busy again.
I'm so glad. That's what I'm saying. It's nice to see you making some money, you know? So, I will point something out to you guys, because you Americans, you're always about that Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons are about half the size of those. Just as a note. About half. And if you didn't notice, she has savory. Can I get one of the savory ones, by the way? Which one's your favorite?
Chicken adobo.
Okay. Yeah, please. Do you take debit? Turn you guys so you're not facing directly into the sun. You can stare at my crotch. Yeah, the joys of live streaming. There you go. Stare into that sunlight. Or in the eyeballs.
I feel like no matter where they put me, I end up in the sun, so...
I'm so glad, because every time I would come by, you know, I'd start talking to you, and then your booth would fill up. And I'm just like, that's so good. And it worked every time I went to pretty much every booth I've been to today. It worked. And I have nothing to do with any of this.
Yeah.
I'm just a local content creator and designer.
Oh, okay.
So like I make my own stuff. I do 3D printing, right?
It's a really awesome market. Of all the ones we do.
You like it?
This is a busy, lots of different variety of like bakeries, fruits, vegetables, eggs, anything you want.
Because that's what everybody was asking me. They're like, oh well, thank you very much. They were asking me, well, what's it like? And I was like, well, I don't really have a comparison, right?
So some markets, I would say, for example, the downtown markets are highly confectionery and prepared, like jams, things like this guy.
Yeah.
And less of the farm.
Yeah.
And then all the ones kind of like Burnaby, New West, Trout Lake, they have farmers coming in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like kind of in between, there's also some markets that have more of like, you know, like dog treats and kind of things that are more unique that we don't. Actually, this market sometimes has the lady who like sharpens knives and stuff like that. So it's nice when they have a variety.
Well, like I was complaining because there's no flea market here. There's nowhere for someone to have a stall and just be a constant vendor.
So actually, this weekend.
Yeah.
In Dude Chilling Park, I'm going to a little community yard sale.
Okay.
So if you're looking for content, it's like 10 a.m.
Perfect. Thank you, and have a great day. Lots of love.
Thank you.
All right, so I have some snacks for the live. I'll catch up here on chat in a minute. I gotta get out of the sun. I'm going blind. It's brutal. Just brutal. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, it looks good for sure. And Tim Hortons doesn't have her. Sun and cream icing. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what she was saying. Okay, just a tip. Do not get mad and use your rosebud torch to clean your nozzles. In theory, yeah. Problem is that, you know, once everything's a liquid, it's a liquid. There's not much you can do about it. So everybody, I want to say thank you for tuning in. I will be on, it's take me a half hour maybe. I think I'm going to drop in to see Jerry and the Jerry Show on 3DHP here on Twitch. I want to say sorry about everyone looking at my nose today. It's just so bright and I'm having shoulder problems. But, and it is disappointing that we didn't get to see any creators locally that come by and say hi, but that is what it is. And we'll probably do this again in 2 weeks if it's still going. But I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. I will be streaming live from the lab in maybe an hour 20, hour and a half. And I'll show you off my new truck I just designed. So as always, you know our rule of thumb. Keep your chin up, can't see the world, stare at your feet. Protect your neck, don't lose your head. And 3, just build, build, build. You are loved and you matter. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys later tonight.